Today I'm here to talk about a really important topic, proper digestion. In Ayurveda, Agni, or the digestive fire, is one of the key principles that you need to know. Often in our culture we learn a lot about calories and carbs, protein, nutrients, things like that, but we don't learn ways to properly digest those nutrients to create optimal health. So Agni is digestive fire, the acids in your stomach that help you process the foods that you eat. It's really important to follow a routine in your eating so that you can properly digest and utilize those foods in order to create healthy new tissues, have energy, and feel your best. So here are a few tips to promote proper digestion. First of all, have a regular eating routine. They say you should eat around morning time when you wake up around 7 o'clock, have a nice breakfast. Sometime between 12 and 1, have your lunch. And sometime between 6 and 7, have your dinner. That way you have a few hours to digest your food before you're beginning to sleep. Next, lunch should be your biggest meal of the day. Around lunchtime, Agni, or that fire, is the strongest. Your body is ready to absorb those nutrients and ready to give you that energy from your lunch. Oftentimes people will skip lunch or hurry through lunch and then eat a huge dinner. Well, the problem with that is that if you don't eat those foods when you have strong digestion, you're basically stamping out the fire. So that when you get home and you're starving and you have your big dinner, especially if there's meat, which is really hard to digest already, all that food just sits in your stomach and it's like burning on a slow temperature, and you're going to be digesting while you sleep. You might not be digesting that well, have indigestion or acid reflux or some kind of feeling in your body that says, this is not working properly. So a way to avoid that is by eating a bigger lunch and a smaller dinner. Another tip for proper digestion is to have some warm water about a half an hour before your meal. Warm water with lemon and ginger really prepares the body perfectly to digest food about a half an hour later. Another tip that's super easy to do is to drink water, room temperature water. Often in restaurants we receive ice water, which is basically like stamping out the Agni as well. If you want fire and proper digestion, you don't want to go throwing ice water on it because that confuses the body. The ice water is constricting and pulls things in. We need a warm and open environment for proper digestion. So just get in the habit of asking for water with no ice and perhaps a little lemon. That's one really easy way to increase your digestion and not have those conflicts going on in your body. If you have water about a cup every hour, you should be on good track for proper digestion. You want to just keep creating that environment inside so that you can flow, you can get rid of waste properly, preferably every day in the morning, and create really healthy new tissues in your body. Get that energy and get the most out of your food. In Ayurveda, they believe that undigested food creates ama, which is basically a toxin in your body, and then that creates diseases and that creates other problems. So health in your whole system starts with proper digestion. I love this book by Chris Carr. It's called Crazy Sexy Diet, and she's a cancer survivor. She incorporates a lot of Ayurvedic principles in her writing. And she's hilarious, and she says, you are what you eat and what you don't poop. So that really speaks to the fact that it's not just about calories and carbs and that kind of thing. It's about what your body does with that food and how it digests that food and how it gets rid of waste, creates those healthy tissues, and doesn't have ama or toxins stuck in your body from really heavy foods. One final tip I can give about creating amazing digestion is to incorporate some cooked vegetables into your diet. Oftentimes if people are trying to be healthy or lose weight, they eat tons and tons of salads, tons of raw vegetables. Well, that's great, but raw vegetables are considered a dry food in Ayurveda, and they're a little bit harder to digest. So if you want to have a salad, you should have a salad around lunchtime when your Agni is the strongest and your body can digest those raw vegetables. In the evening, when you're preparing for a lighter meal, you should have cooked vegetables, perhaps a soup, or you can do sautéed vegetables. Steaming vegetables is a great way to do it. Keep it light and bright. You don't want to cook the vegetables to death, but you just want to cook them, start that proper digestion in your pot. Get it cooking, get it warm, and then your body can really use those nutrients properly without spending a lot of energy trying to digest those raw vegetables. My final tip for proper digestion is that you shouldn't eat until you're so full. You should eat at a slow pace in a calm environment. Take your time and focus on your food. The concept of conscious eating is really important. To sit, breathe, slow down, and enjoy this time to eat. Put your work aside for a few minutes, turn off the TV for a few minutes, and just enjoy your food. Breathe in the smells, touch the food, drink a few sips of water during your meal. Take your time. Try to calm your mind. What's happening in your mind definitely affects your body. So if you're stressed and worried and thinking about what you have to do while you're eating your meal, that brings that anxiety into your digestion, and it's a lot harder for your body to properly digest those foods. So creating a really calm environment, giving yourself some time is really important. In Ayurveda, they say you should eat to about 75–80% of fullness. So by eating slowly, you can read your body's signals, stop before you're stuffed. When you're stuffed, it's so heavy, it's so hard for your body to digest all that food properly. Having a smaller amount of food is a great way to increase your digestion, get really strong, healthy new tissues, optimal health, high energy, and just overall happiness. So I hope these tips serve you. I hope you have great digestion, enjoying your food in a calm, happy way, and promoting your health. Thank you very much. Namaste.